Ooh, okay. Hello, Super Sentai fans. Welcome back to Toku Topics. So this is going to be an interesting one here today. I'm going to have to scooch back for this one. This is this is huge. So, this is going to be an interesting video. If you're clicking this video title already, you know what this is. So, this is the Memorial Edition Geartlinger from Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger. This is a huge box. This is one of the biggest Toku Collectibles boxes I think I have ever gotten. Here's a better reference. Here is a Ranger key standing on top of this giant box. So right when the show was over, or actually a couple months afterward, around basically this was May of 2022, they announced a Memorial Edition Geartlinger alongside a Memorial Edition Kirame Changer. I skipped the Kirame Changer. That came out, I think, like 2 months ago, I want to say, at the very least. We did get candy, though. I was hoping I would. Shout out to Toku Collectibles for, this is the Magnum Shooter 40X from Geats. So we have a little Geats chocolate, so thank you, Toku Collectibles. But oh my gosh. So, I mean, I knew this was obviously a size increase from the... No wonder this was $200. So this was a size increase from the original Geartlinger. But yeah, this is pretty big. So this is my third Memorial Changer following the Mobirates and the Cellular. It won't be my last. And there's already been a leak for a Memorial Edition Dawn Blaster. That is a thing that's happening. And I'm sure is probably going to be announced maybe like at the end of the show. We're only like 3 weeks away from that at this point. So will I get that at some point? Probably. And will I get the Memorial Edition Geartlinger that I skipped? Probably at some point as well. But if they do a Memorial Edition wow, there's so many different gear things though. What was it called? The Geartlinger. That, since I love Two Kaiser a ton, I would probably end up getting that as well. But nonetheless, we got the Geartlinger. I paid for this thing well over half of a year ago. So, because that's just how premium Bandai stuff works. So let's just open it up. Let's take a look at the Memorial Edition Geartlinger from Zenkaiger, and I should be focusing or facing towards the microphone. How am I even supposed to get this out of here? It's gigantic. Such a nice box. Wow. It definitely wants to cave in on the sides, but... So it's structured after one of the Zenkaiger episode title screens. So I'm assuming it just basically says Geartlinger Memorial Edition or something like that. So in here you have the Zenkaiger logo. So you have Zenkaiser, you get Vroon, Majin, Juron, almost forgot his name, and Gowon. Very nice, beautiful white box. You get the same kind of Memorial Edition logo as like you see on the Gokaiger stuff. On the side, you see all six of the gears that you get in here. So you get a die-cast version of the main 5 plus the Avataro kind of hybrid Zenkaiger 2022 gear, as they called it. On the other side, you get the Geartlinger with that Zenkaiger Avataro gear thing. On the top, you get this gorgeous picture of Zenkaiser. Love that. On the bottom, just a bunch of copyright stuff. And on the back, which, like, I don't even know where to begin with that. On the back, you get a ton of phrases, and the computer's trying to go to sleep here with the webcam. You get a ton of phrases from the cast. Because this is one of those Memorial Edition toys, so of course there's 1,000 Japanese phrases in here. Now, I love this box presentation, but I will say I'm not happy about how thin the cardboard is. It wants to just completely cave in. And so the integrity of this box is not really going to hold up over time. But inside, oh, I see a gear. Okay, so here is the original Deluxe Geartlinger. Which I really like this thing quite a bit. I've had a lot of fun with this toy over 2 years. It's one of my favorite Sentai Changers that I've ever purchased. I love the color, I love the design of this thing. It's just been a fun toy. It always fit decently well into an adult-sized hand and stuff like that. So I've never really had too many problems with it. But now we have a very special Memorial Edition upgrade. It's still not 1-to-1 scale for the prop that we see like Kaito and the others holding in the show. But here we go. I can't really see it because it's covered in cardboard. But wow. So you do get these really gorgeous die-cast gears. And then you get 2 cardboard... Oh, everything's falling. We get 2 cardboard inserts. Yo, that is significantly... Whoa. You know, I will... Wow. Damn. Oh my god. Oh, that is... Whoa. Wow. Still has the kickstand ability. Okay, yeah, they weren't kidding when they wow. Holy crap. That is so much bigger. Look at these guys. Let me try to wow. This is kind of a better comparison. Look at that. Yeah, I mean, it's just the same toy just it's the same toy just blown up to a bigger proportion. Ooh, that's a nice satisfying. Okay, that's gonna make the audio peak for sure, but I can fit both my fingers in that trigger slot. That's crazy. Look at the barrel. Wow, they covered up all the screw holes and stuff too on the other side. I don't know where the on and off switch is anymore. So where the on and off switch used to be, are around that area. There's now 2, which you can't really see at all, but I'm trying to get the light to capture onto it. But you get 2 buttons here now, just like on the Memorial Mobiritz. So like one is for music, one is for voice phrases. I'm not really going to get into that here today, especially because I don't even know how to get into the toy. I'm assuming that there's a push pin kind of mechanism here somewhere, like on the Mobiritz. So I never picked up the die-cast Sentai Gear sets, which was a thing that they released kind of individually on their own, which this can fully work with. I never picked that up. It was super expensive, and it's the only Sentai Gear thing I don't have. So I've never had a die-cast Sentai Gear before. And that is really, really something. I mean, that has a good weight to it. So here I have so much room. I feel like my hand is too it's too small for this. My hand needs to be bigger to fit in this. It's crazy. Oh, I love it. It's time for the moment of truth. So I got the batteries in there, and just like on the Mobiritz, it's like a kind of a hidden battery compartment. You kind of have to pop that off, and then inside there's that, and there's an on and off switch. So here we go. Oh, I love that one. Ooh. Ah. Changes, Zenkai. Very loud. So we have Seichen for all the different sounds, or the different modes, just like how we had Navi for the different Mobiritz modes. So just clicking through the voice phrase buttons. There is so many. So many different sounds. Wow. It's still going. It's still going. Let's grab a exclusive Dawn Brothers gear. So we have Dawn Torbolt, right? Now, I personally think it could have been easy to just program in this that this could work. You can fit an Avataro gear in there, but just like the original toy, it can't read it, unfortunately. However, if it's an Avataro gear that was a gear that always could be read by... Where is it here? If it was a gear that could be read by the original Geartlinger, the new one can do it too. So here is the Avataro gear, or the Robotaro gear, for Dawn Zenkaiger. I think this works. Okay, that's not technically wrong. So, it kinda didn't really fully do the Dawn Zenkaiger thing, but technically it knew what that was in a way. This no longer says New Hero for the 2 Kaiser gear. It actually says 2 Kaiser now, and it can read gear number 66, gear number 65, which is Stay Caesar, so there is a Stay Caesar sound in here now. However, there is still no sounds for the Dawn Brothers stuff, and that is just really where I think that this could have been really cool. Now, anything that the original Geartlinger could read, this can read. So it can read all of the Legend Sentai gears, it can read all of the regular gears. You don't have to use the die-cast ones, as you just saw. I used Dawn Zenkaiger in here, and it kind of worked. It does, I believe, still read Christmas. It reads the Kamen Rider gears still. All of that nice, crisp audio that the Memorial Edition one has. It just sounds better than the original one. If you don't have a Geartlinger already, get this one, because even if you don't get the big expensive die-cast set of Sentai Gears, which was released a long time before this, but kind of as a sort of companion piece to this, you're not missing out on anything whatsoever. So I'm going to go ahead and grab, which gear should I use? Still does this. Remember those days where I would do this Gashapon reviews and I'd always be like, alright, time to roll the team name and do the Super Zenkai time and all that kind of stuff. I'm glad I don't have to do that anymore. Those were tedious. But it can do it. It can still do all that stuff from the good old days, I suppose, if that's what they are, from 2 years ago. So here is the Dawn Brothers Avataro gear, gear number 46. Oh, that's right. I forgot this did have a sound. So I can't fault it for that because I forgot completely that the Dawn Brothers... I clicked the music button. That the Dawn Brothers gear was canon, and when they used it in the show, in episode 43, I want to say, of Dawn Brothers, or I'm sorry, of Zenkaiger, it did that exact thing. It said New Hero, it summoned Dawn Momotaro, so I can't fault that for being correct. So this is the gear that came with the original release of the Enya Ride-On, you know, the Sentai gear for Dawn Brothers, gear number 46. So yeah, it did exactly what it's supposed to do. But that's going to pretty much do it here. This was just kind of my first impressions and kind of just playing around with this, the Memorial Edition Geartlinger for a little bit. So, like I said, this is not the full review of this toy. There's a ton of stuff to do with this, with voice phrases and music and all that. And I want to give it a nice in-depth review, once I've taken a look at everything that it can do. But yeah, this is cool. This is very cool. It's one of my favorite Sentai changers ever, and I didn't think that I would have it in a pretty close to 1-to-1 scale. It's still not necessarily... I don't think it is 1-to-1 scale per se, but it's pretty darn close. So once again, here's a really quick little comparison between the now very dinky and tiny feeling original 2021 deluxe release So pretty nice. Honestly, if it's going to be this significantly of a increase in a difference and everything, I might have to end up picking up that Memorial Edition Dawn Blaster. I wasn't going to do it originally, and I might have to track down the Memorial Edition Gear Geartlinger when that releases after all, but this is really cool. So like I said, stay tuned for the full review of this guy. I hope you guys enjoyed this little first impressions unboxing of this toy, and let me know down in the comments below, did you pick this up? Did you pick this up over the original deluxe one? Because like I said, if you don't have a deluxe one, get this. You know, save up the money and shell it out and try to find it for this. This is the definitive version of this toy that we're ever going to get, as far as I can think of. This is fantastic, and it makes the deluxe one useless. I wouldn't say fully useless, because that one can use the Zenkaiger gear and this one cannot. Unfortunately, it doesn't latch in, so you can't actually do Super Zenkaiser mode with this, but besides that, it can do everything else and a little bit more than the original one, or a lot more actually than the original one could, so this is definitely the superior version. But like I said, let me know down in the comments below, did you pick this up for your collection? Do you want it for your collection? What do you want to make sure that I cover in the review? Please let me know, because anything that I get comments and stuff on here, I can make sure I show off in the review if I can to the best of my ability and everything. Don't know when that review is going to be out. It's not anywhere near my top priorities, because I wanted to do the Squeaker unit first, and then the Dawn Brothers keys and this and stuff as well. So lots of premium, because there were so many big expensive premium Bandai stuff that came out at the end of January and early February to take a look at. And this is pretty cool. So that's going to do it here. Of course, until next time, you guys can check out all of my Sentai Gear toys. I did the reviews of the entire toy line here on the channel, because I bought every single Sentai Gear, and this is kind of part of that as well. So be sure to check out all of those Zenkaiger and Dawn Brothers related videos here on the channel. And of course, until next time, you guys can follow me on Twitter at LivingRangerKey or LightningFigPR, and I'll see you all later. To wrap up this video, I'd like to thank my $5 and above patrons: Jurassic Samurai, Maggot Alchemist, Robert Browning, Static Thunder, Brandon Overland, Maji Yellow, Redstone MCPC, Comics 1017, James Dartley, Monster Rocket, John Luke, Eric Berry, Tyler Brzezinski, Matthew Thorne, Josh Landry, and Pyramidas. You can support Toku Topics for as little as $1 a month on my Patreon, link in the description below.